dear kids, this is Raji ma'am yet again with another chapter. Hope you all are good and safe. Today we'll start the session with arm circle warm-up exercise. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart and extend your arms parallel to the floor. Circle your arms forward using controlled motion, gradually making the circles until you feel a stretch in your triceps. Reverse the direction of the circle. Shall we start? Okay. First, we'll do backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then roll the shoulder forward. Roll the arm forward. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so come, let us see what are the topics that lead us during the session. So children, today we are going to learn about environment, different types of environment, importance, protection and preservation of environment. Then different types of pollution, what pollution and different types of pollution, water, air and land pollution. And also we'll discuss about 3 R's, that is how we protect environment. Done. So 3 R's are recycle, reuse and reduce. And the last topic is World Environment Day. The importance we'll discuss. Okay. So this is the mind map, children. Okay. So kids, close your eyes and think about when we are held up in traffic jam, how we feel. How we feel. Yes, absolutely right. We feel suffocated and exhausted due to heavy smoke. So, what is the reason? What is the reason behind this? Okay, well, we'll get back to the answer later. Then, so tell me kids, what is it exactly the environment? What is exactly the environment? Or how we can define the environment? Yeah, in simple words, we can say that everything which surrounds us is called yes, environment. Or environment can be defined as all surrounding conditions that have direct impact on human beings and animals. Now, here the question arises, why this environment is important for us? So, we human beings need food to live, air to breathe, water to drink and so on. So, which are getting from environment. If there were no suitable environment on the earth, then it will be unstable for the human to survive on this earth, right? Yes. So my dear kids, good environment is good for living things. Same as polluted environment is very harmful to living things. Polluted environment is harmful to living things. Therefore, keeping and maintaining environment clean and neat is our responsibility, right? Yes. So, environment is of 2 types, natural and man-made. What are the 2 types? Natural and man-made, right? So, in our environment, we have both natural and as well as man-made environment. So, natural environment is that which is made by nature. For example, human beings, animals, plants, birds, forest, the sky and so on. Whereas man-made environment is that which is made by man, like houses, buildings, schools, various means of transport and so on. Where man-made environment is that which is made by man, right? So kids, we all know how we all depend on the environment to meet our basic needs, right? We are dependent on the environment for our basic needs such as shelter, clothes, food and water. The food we eat comes from plants and animals, right? Milk, eggs and meat are obtained from animals. We get fruits, vegetables, pulses and cereals from plants. Medicines were produced from seeds, leaves and barks of some plants that have medicinal values. Some plants and animals gives us fiber, which are used to make, yes, clothes that we wear. Paper obtained from trees is used for making books, newspapers and magazines. Animals also depend on their environment for their basic needs. Monkeys like to live on trees. Birds make nests on trees with leaves, twigs and sticks, which they find in their environment. So we can say that environment provides us everything that supports our survival. Next, we will be looking into a very important topic, something that affects everything on this planet irrespective of where they are. We read every day in newspapers, magazines about Earth, irreplaceable damage to Earth, and it is increasing by every passing year. Yes, it is the problem of environment pollution. But what exactly is this pollution? Why is it a matter of such a big concern? To understand that, just consider, I gave you this glass of water to drink. Will you drink it? And if I ask reason for that, you would say that it is not clean and hence undesirable or unfit for drinking, right? Yes, along the same lines, just on a broader scale, consider our surroundings, where we keep on adding impurities on a daily basis. Will then be our environment safe for existence of life? Will be our environment for existence of life? No, right? So to define pollution, we need to look into three aspects. First, is the contaminant is being introduced or present in our surrounding. Secondly, the extent to which it is present. To understand this, let us consider a clean glass of water. Secondly, the extent to which it is present. To understand this, let us consider a clean glass of water to which we can add 1 drop of ink. Okay, and to another glass of water, pour an entire bottle of ink. We can stir in the glass, both the glasses of water. Okay, then so which one will you call polluted? Clearly you can see the two glasses of water, right? So which one will you call polluted? If you go to see both glasses of water, in the first case the drop of ink just dispersed in the water and the water is almost clear, indicating negligible amount of contaminant, right? But the second glass has more amount of contaminant. So our environment has a natural ability to accommodate this contaminant by recycling, storing, breaking it down or dispersing them. But if the addition is at a rate faster than what our earth can hold, then we call it pollution. I hope you are understanding. Now we come to the third aspect, that is whether the presence of contaminant is causing harm or discomfort to living beings or our environment as a whole. So considering these three aspects, we can now define pollution as the introduction of contaminants into the environment. Environment, either in the form of chemical substance or energy, such as noise, heat or light, that can cause harm or discomfort to human or other living organisms, or that damage the environment. Okay, so pollution can occur in all habitats like land, sea, fresh air, water, or in the air, and the substances which cause this habitat destruction are called pollutants. I repeat the word pollutants, which is responsible for pollution, that we call pollutants. They can be artificial or synthetic substances such as pesticides, or naturally occurring substances such as carbon dioxide that occur in harmful concentration which they affect. There are different types of pollutions. Well, if I ask you to name these types, most of us would say air, water, land or soil pollution. Here the three habitats, that is our atmosphere, water and an environment, is getting affected, or we can say that there is a decline in the quality of these three components. But kids, do you know there are so other kinds of pollution as well? The ones that depend on the type of pollutant or contaminant that is added. Can you think what they are? Yes, noise pollution. The sound generated from various vehicles during transportation, the honking of horns at traffic signals, the sound of loudspeakers, playing drums and so on, at times become annoying, right? This sound, when it becomes undesirable, creating discomfort to the ears, we call it as noise pollution. We call it noise pollution. Then thermal pollution. It occurs when water bodies are degraded in terms of altering the temperatures. This especially occurs in thermal and nuclear plants, where large amount of water is used for heating and cooling purposes, and they are releasing into natural water bodies. Right. Next is light pollution. You might be wondering, how can light be a form of pollution? Right. Light pollution occurs due to lengthened and excessive use of artificial light, such that it results in brightening of the skies at night. Then comes radioactive pollution. Like any other pollution, it is the release of something unwanted into the environment, and in this case the unwanted thing is radioactive material. Kids, one thing we must note here, that each type of pollution may come from different sources and may have different consequences, but the ultimate result of these is environment degradation. Environment degradation. They all have harmful effects on life and environment. These issues are not country specific, but it affects the entire planet, and it is all happening because of us humans, or the activities done by the humans. So, it is our responsibility to become environmentally conscious individuals. We all must be aware of our deeds. We must ensure our activities should cause minimum damage to our environment. Only then we can ensure sustainable development. So now we will move on to different types of pollution in detail. Children, how do you see now the environment of the classroom? So children, now you can see two types of water in two glasses, right? In two different glasses. So now I am going to mix this water to this glass. Okay. So would you like to drink this water, children? So children, now you can see the smoke which spreads in the surrounding, right? In the classroom. So what do you feel? What do you observe? So what do you observe in these activities, children? You will get the answer after this session. Which house will you choose to live in? Well, I will definitely choose this house. Not because this is more beautiful than this, because this is much cleaner. On the other hand, this is completely filled with garbage. How could somebody live in such a house? Now, how does this look? How do you feel when you look at this? This is definitely feels very clean and very fresh, right? And what about this? How do you feel? When you look at this, well, this is definitely such a place where you won't be able to stand even for few seconds, right? It's so dirty. It makes you feel like running away from it, isn't it? Yeah, so when we compare these two pictures, what is the major difference, children? Well, the major difference is this is very clean and fresh, while this is filled with garbage, which is not at all welcoming. But unfortunately, this is very common scenario in our cities nowadays. So how do you feel when you see all this? Definitely, these are not something which would attract anybody. In fact, these are the most common scenarios in our cities which we really like to avoid. But this is the reality of our cities in nowadays. And do you know all these harmful things which are added to our environment have a negative effect. Yeah, negative effect on the environment, and we call it as pollution. So what do you mean by pollution, children? Yes, when harmful substances are released making the environment unhealthy, it is called pollution. Right. Now, pollution can affect air, water as well as land. It can affect any one of them. Pollution is not restricted to any one medium. It can affect any one of them. Now, air in our environment is getting polluted by toxic fumes coming out of factories, cars and other vehicles. So you can see all factories and vehicles are releasing so many toxic fumes which are constantly getting added into the air and are making the air unhealthy. So what we call such a pollution, children? Yes, such a pollution is called air pollution. You all are right, because the air is getting polluted here, right? So when toxic substances are added to air, it is called, what do you think? Is it noise pollution? No, you all are correct, it is air pollution. Now, not only air but also water in our environment is getting polluted due to throwing waste and chemicals in rivers and ponds. So, you can see, right, even water is getting polluted in our environment. So, what we call such a pollution? Yeah, it's called water pollution. Now, apart from that, throwing of garbage without proper treatment leads to contamination of soil and creates nuisance, as you can see in this image. So, what we can call such a pollution? Yeah, here land is getting polluted, right? So, therefore, we can call it as land pollution. I repeat, land pollution. So you can see all the three, air, water as well as land, gets affected due to pollution. Now pollution not only affecting us, it is also affecting other living beings also. So kids, let me ask you, what are the causes and effects of air, land and water pollution? Yes, causes of air pollution. We'll discuss first. Okay, there are a lot of factors causing air pollution. Let's discuss a few of them. First one, we cut down trees for obtaining wood. Wood is used for constructing houses, for making paper and also as a fuel. The cutting down of trees on a large scale is called deforestation. I repeat, the cutting down of trees on a large scale is called deforestation. This leads to lesser number of trees in the environment. Thus, lesser amount of oxygen is available for living beings. Why? Because we are cutting down the trees, right? The trees are giving oxygen. So, this also results in an increase in carbon dioxide in air, which leads to air pollution. Without trees, without plants, no oxygen, right? So, there will be an increase in carbon dioxide instead of oxygen. Okay, then second one, burning of fuels such as coal, petrol and diesel in vehicles and factories adds poisonous gases into the air. Then third one, smoke coming out from factories also adds repellents at home, fumigation and even harmful gases such as carbon dioxide into the air. Fourth one, burning of firecrackers. Garbage is another cause of air pollution. Then volcanic eruptions and forest fires releases a large amount of smoke in air. It also causes air pollution. Hope you all are clear, children. Then we'll move on to the effects of air pollution. Then air pollution affects our respiratory system. It can cause asthma and other breathing problems. It can also cause irritation in the eyes. Sometimes the harmful gases present in the air can mix with rain and form acid rain. This rain harms plants and even buildings that it falls on. Okay, some of the pollutants are very dangerous for health. They can cause heart diseases and can affect the brain, liver and kidneys. Then the causes of land pollution. We'll move on to the causes of land pollution. Okay, improper disposal of household garbage is the major cause of land pollution. Spraying of fertilizers, pesticides and insecticides pollutes the soil with harmful chemicals. This gives rise to land pollution. I repeat, this gives rise to land pollution. Using excessive of pesticides, chemicals, insecticides and disposal of household garbages leads to what? Yes, land pollution. Then addition of solid waste such as cans and plastic bottles. Plastic bottles also causes land pollution. Improperly maintained landfills also cause land pollution. Dumping waste from industries also cause land pollution. And move on to effects of land pollution. Deforestation damages the soil. So what do you mean by deforestation, children? Yeah, it's the cutting of trees. Deforestation damages the soil. Actually, the roots of trees bind the soil in a place. When trees are cut down, root of the trees is also damaged and so the soil becomes loose. Thus, the top layer of the soil can be easily washed away by rain. or blown away by the wind. This loss of fertile topsoil is called soil erosion. What do we call? We call soil erosion. Due to soil erosion, the land becomes less fertile. Due to soil erosion, the land becomes less fertile. Then, plants do not grow well in polluted soil. Plants do not grow well in polluted soil. Animals that feed on plants growing in polluted soil often fall ill. Then, eating fruits and vegetables growing in polluted soil can cause diseases, as they may contain toxic chemicals. Okay, so next we'll move on to causes of water pollution. Okay, then mixing of the industrial waste containing toxic chemicals with water bodies such as rivers and lakes severely pollutes the water. It is a major cause of water pollution. Is it clear, children? Okay, then throwing of waste such as plastic bags and cartons into river causes water pollution. Washing clothes and bathing in rivers and ponds also leads to water pollution, as it adds soap and detergents in water bodies, right? Done. So the water runoff from agriculture fields adds pesticides and fertilizers into rivers and pollutes them. Also cause water pollution. Then dumping waste in ocean pollutes water. This ultimately caused the death of large number of aquatic animals living inside it. Remember? Okay, so then effects of water pollution. Remember to reduce water pollution. Okay, so then we move on to effects of water pollution. Polluted water is harmful for both plants and animals. Plants die if polluted water reaches their roots. Animals will also die if they drink polluted water. Harmful substances present in polluted water decrease the amount of oxygen present in the water. So, aquatic animals and plants die because they do not get sufficient oxygen to survive. Sometimes animals living inside the water swallow the garbage thrown in it and die due to choking on garbage. Polluted water leads to diseases such as diarrhea and typhoid. So kids, now think about how we can prevent air, land and water pollution and note down. We'll discuss during the interactive session. So kids, we know that our Earth is a beautiful planet with a huge variety of animals and plants. But in recent times, many species of plants, animals and birds are facing extinction due to various human activities. Various studies shows that many plant and animal species are getting extinct at faster rates and global temperature is rising. Glaciers are melting and extreme climatic events like earthquakes, floods, tornadoes and avalanches are increasing day by day. So we need to take care of our environment to save life on earth. Let us see what we can do to conserve the earth. We can protect our environment by planting more trees. The process of planting trees that have been deforested or have fewer trees is known as afforestation. I repeat the word afforestation. It helps in preserving the habitat of animals. It also prevents soil erosion. Preserving our existing forests and preventing them from being cut down with also helps us protect our environment. We must not throw the plastic bags in drains because they block the drains and stop the passage of dirty water. Then we must not dump the electronic waste such as TVs, batteries, cell phones and computers. The materials of electronic waste are extremely hazardous to the environment. Dry waste such as papers, plastics and bottles, and wet waste such as fruits, vegetables, peels, residual food items should be disposed of separately. So the most effective ways through which we can save nature, natural resources and protect our environment is the 3 R's. What are the 3 R's? Reduce, reuse and recycle. I repeat, reduce, reuse and recycle. Then we should reduce waste generation as much as possible. We should reuse the things in different ways rather than throwing them. We should recycle the used things or use recyclable things. So the most effective ways through which we can save natural resources and protect our environment is the 3 R's. So what are the 3 R's? Reduce, reuse and recycle. I repeat, reduce, reuse and recycle. So we should reduce waste generations as much as possible. We should reuse the things in different ways rather than throwing them. We should recycle the used things or use recyclable things. So we come to the end of this session. Lastly, we'll discuss the importance of World Environment Day. Since 1974, World Environment Day has been started celebrating as an annual event on every 5th June to raise the importance of the healthy and green environment in the human lives. To solve the issues of the environment by implementing some positive environmental actions by government, organizations and individual as a whole. And the theme for World Environment Day to 2020 is Time for Nature. I repeat, the theme for World Environment Day 2020 is Time for Nature, with a focus on its role in providing the essential infrastructure that support life on Earth and human development. So kids, love your nature and do your part to help the environment. So before winding up, you can write down this question. Justify the statement. Human beings are responsible for destroying the environment. I repeat the question. Human beings are responsible for destroying the environment. Justify the statement. So kids, bye bye. Take care. Happy learning. We'll see you on the next class. Till then, bye.